What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to my Cybernight's Flashpoint challenge run. Today, we likely, I think, are going to have the Fadelight Blades power play out before us. So let's go ahead and talk to our gun runner and see how it goes. I'm about to pull off a power play all the way to a gleamer in orbit. I need you to ensure my half of the bargain, the part down here on the ground, is aced. Exactly the kind of thing we're here to help, if the pay is right. I'm sticking my neck out, way out for this, but I'm sure you'll be well paid, and when we pull it off, you can be my first new customer. I think your mercs will be very eager to get their hands on the space blades I'm working to procure. I've got a connection with a Jupiter bladesmith who fabs blades up in the Fadelight constellation in near orbit. They say it takes savant-level talent to sing to a nanofab and coax out true blades in zero gravity. Sounds like the babble of PR idiots to me, but I do believe Terrence Chan is the real deal. But of course, Terrence wants something from me. Someone from me, actually. We've come to an arrangement. If I can get his lover, Mariah, a citizenship card and a ride up to the Fadelight, then we'll start our business venture together. Citizen and seats on the constellation. Must be very pricey. I know, I'm sticking my neck way out for this one, so don't let me down. I've paid a fortune for a transferred identity card. Doesn't sound suspicious. I understand that sometimes this involves murder, but this is nothing so drastic. There's a certain Jupiter family who'd like to remain anonymous that is in some financial trouble. Their way out is selling the mother's citizenship to my forger, who is scragging it over to Terrence's lover, Mariah. So, first we need to pick up the scragged ID. That alone isn't simple. Then we need to sneak Mariah onto the launch pad. Well, it's a power play. We're going to hack 3 files or steal 3 files for the job, and then once we do that, we can go on our power play. So, what's special about this? Everything like this starts small, but right away I'll be slinging power level 4 Fadelight blades, and if things go well, we can only go up from there. Alright, so we have loot the files in the set, dropping the physical pieces into lockboxes in Jupiter. High profile package like that would be hard to move digitally due to all its cryptography. You're spending a fortune, aren't you? Yep, get the boxes and get out, which is called Boston Extraction, or you can hack the files in the set. Can't move the entire citizenship package as a single piece, some scans pick it up, but they'll be scattered around the host and we'll pick them up. Once you've got the scragged citizenship in hand, we can assemble it here. Terrence is eagerly awaiting, and I'm eagerly waiting for my new blades, so let's get moving. So we have a hack 3 files, or the other one. We'll get this done. I know you'll make this happen. My power play hangs in the balance. Okay, so we've got, yeah, a very simple hack 3, which is going to be pretty well paid overall, right? 300k, so, you know, 600k or so for this one. It's for Dusty. He's going to gain some influence. It'll be a little bit of XP for my primary hacker. Or we go here. Payment actually looks like it's going to be lower overall. It's pretty close, right? This is 450 plus around 60, so yeah, this is probably 500. Again, I don't really care about his influence secondary objective, so if you like, look, this is going to be faster, so why not? Yeah, I mean, this will have more total loot, to be honest. And actually, that's why I'm going to do it, is because more loot means more opportunities to make a lot of money. We'll pay 80k for the Matrix Snoop. I guess I should have checked first that I had a team that was ready to go, but I guess I do as it turns out. I'm going to drop Rhino for Bracket here. Or maybe I actually drop Jackknife for it, to be honest. We'll drop you for Rhino. Got to make sure I get my silencing stuff back on, but that shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, you're going to run... I think I'm going to have you run a sniper rifle, actually. With the best suppressor I have, which is this one. You're not going to keep that scope, which is fine. You're going to be here. I need to give you a good enough secondary. I think a club is reasonable. I don't have anything to add here, do I? No, I don't. That's fine. I'm going to move the metacloud off so that the hacker can hold it. Makes things just that little bit nicer. And then as for the open slot, this seems okay. And yeah, you've got a silenced sniper rifle. You've got a bat. That's going to be good enough for me as far as I'm concerned. You're not going to be attacking all that much. So make sure I get my team well enough silence. Let's drop this pistol and give it to somebody else. Yeah, you're going to want some kind of secondary that's useful, so we'll give you this pistol. We will silence it. Best one is that one. Great. You have the silenced pistol to go with your railgun. That seems fine. You're not going anywhere, of course. Let's go ahead and grab a suppressor for this. Actually, probably give you the weaker one, to be honest. And then for my Cyberknight, we'll give you the good suppressor, so that this is going to be your setup. And I think... right, with the Scourge not going, this is my squad. Just double check that I'm silenced where I need to be. I'm silenced there, I am silenced there, I'm silenced here, and I'm silenced there. That's going to be the team. That's the squad. Double checking a couple things real quick, which is I'm fine on tasks. Oh, you know what? No, before I go, I wanted to buy the new cyberdeck. And so I'm buying this, which allows me to get much better stuff overall. I'll do a little bit of dancing here as a result. As far as programs are concerned, I'm going to need... See, I'm going to want decoy hot. I can afford it. It's fine. I'm also going to want disarm 2, which I don't currently have. And I'm going to want sleaze 2, which I currently don't have. Okay, let me go to my hacker and move her stuff around, because I was going to forget that otherwise. Here you are. Let's manage this cyberdeck. Let's go ahead and uninstall all of our good programs that we had bought. Looks like that's my normal stuff now. Great. That seems fine. Gonna change the cyberdeck into the good one. Let's go ahead and install all our new and fancy programs. It's exactly as many as I can load. Let's move these babies all the way to the bottom. And disarm goes down, and then we'll move attack down only part way. And then let's move scan back up to the top. And okay, scan 3, sleaze 2, deception 2, disarm 2, decoy is here, and then I've got attack as needed. This seems like the setup I want to have. We're leaving scan 2 on red because I don't have space for it. I think that's totally fine. Leaving level 1 of all these is actually worthwhile. Otherwise, scan 1 just, it sort of fits more easily. And she should have enough of everything to have it go well. 300k is not a ton of cash, but it's enough to play it out. We got people in the trainer. We're ready to go. Here we go. The Boston Extraction. Nope. Wait, yes, the Boston Extraction is going to be the mission. I'm not going to bother taking that favor. Here is our squad. We've got relatively silenced gear here, and we've got the newly upgraded cyberdeck, just big enough now to fit every big program I want, and hopefully we get good progress as a result of that one. Let's go. So really, the Scragged ID will buy Mariah citizenship. No, this won't last. This ID is enough to get her onto the Fadelight and reunited with Terrence, but the Forger will have scrubbed in so that it can't be traced back to its original owner, if they're any good at their work. So I can't just buy my way onto a Gleamer after all? Damn. Dusty Diamond paid a fortune for the Scragged ID, but Mariah must have another plan once she reaches orbit. Enough chatter, no one is going spacing tonight. Stay sharp, scout ahead, and keep your options open. Let's empty some loot lockers and find this ticket to a Gleamer. The 3 files are spread out. Let's go ahead and get them. We've got 5 loot boxes to loot. There is nobody goes there. There is one there. There's one there as well. I'm thinking I want to go right and up and then end down this way. This gets a lot of devices, which seems pretty worthwhile. Then this one gets relatively few. So yeah, this pathing makes sense to me. We've got you over there, you over there. I'm going to do a short yield to Panther, who's going to tactical surge. And I want to know if you are going to be a problem or not. Yes. Okay, we have to go a little bit early then as a result. I'm going to yield back to Rhino, who's going to give me high quality damage by strike zoning this area. JTAC somewhere like this should be fine. Let's put it here, which gives me melee on 1, and that should be good enough. If I delay, I go to 13, which is good enough. Bracket, I'm going to have you knock down the laser fence. And then I also am going to want to knock down this camera. I'm going to use a bat for some of this damage. That should be acceptable. That looks good enough. I'm going to knock this camera down because it's going to find corpses. I don't want that, although there's not a great way around that. Let's see. I'm going to go here. That way when I kill you, you fall that way, which means you're not going to get spotted. I don't care about you right now. It'll be fine. You know what? I'm actually not going to kill this camera because I need 2 swipes. That crit's nice, but I just want to get this kill. So down you go. And then Panther can do more of this. I'm going to have you run. Let's start by going there. That's good. Yep, right there. I will take off the camera, and then I will run for this guy, and it should be a decent enough start. Another guard right here. That's going to be acceptable, I think. I will have no AP left, so the goal is going to be to stun this guy then. And then I'm going to run you sort of towards this guy so we can kill him when needed. So I'm actually going to run my... I think on that side's actually fine. I think I can catch him. I think that will be... Actually, no. It's got to be fast to go this way. It's the movement algorithm being a little funky. There we go. And then I should be able to get a little bit farther up. Still not getting spotted. That's fine. Let's end your turn right there. That's acceptable. I'm going to have static. Yeah, okay. We don't have the best gap closing, but we have good enough. Panther did indeed roll better, so I'm going to walk in here. I'm just going to go for the power slice, and then I may or may not go for claws afterwards, based on whether or not it goes well. From recollection, these types of blades, I can get the shred from the power slice, and I can also get a shred from rolling. So I did not get the roll for the shreds, we only got rid of one. Claw damage here looks pretty mediocre. I can get one for free, though. Okay, that giant crit means we're suddenly good to go. End of the day, she counts as spotted, but yeah, I crit for 2.5x, and that means I'm getting a kill here. Get some extra action points, which is fun. And someone's got to run and grab this. I guess it'll be you. No reason to have the hacker go do it. We're just going to have her grab a box and get out. That seems fine. We're going to trigger this pressure sensor twice. It is what it is. Right, one on the way in, one on the way out. We'll see if we can dodge the camera or not. I'm not really sure. We can still dodge his E-medic, no problem. Not worried about that one. And I'm thinking all we really do is get the sniper relatively far up. With Panther and Static both having good initiative, I'm not really worried about failing to get the kill here. I guess one concern could be... Okay, a lot of basic guards over there. That's fine, though. Group default to the pistol, and then if I delay, I'm always going... Yeah, I'm always going before him, so I'll end my turn. E-medic can walk around. And you wouldn't have seen me, but still, you know, I don't like you. So there is one guard being sent. Oopso. He doesn't get to go until next turn, but he's over there. He will turn people suspicious as he runs by them. It is what it is. I have some bonus AP on my War Machine, which is nice. So I get to go here. Let's see. Is it a 3 and 5? Research report. Diamond Vico weapon mod. Weapon blueprint. Another weapon blueprint. We got a level 8 revolver. Wow, we're actually getting further improved. We take those. Let's see. I'm going to run her down to here with 1 AP left. She is in range for the laser, which to me seems worth it. Might as well use her laser eyes for the 1 action point. Get some crit chance. Feel good about it. Here you go. Lumen Spear. 90 to hit. Certainly Panther gets what he wants, right? Panther and or Rhino. A little bit of damage. A little bit of crit chance. And then figure Rhino goes here. No longer getting spotted. And gets pretty much 3 easy shots. Don't think I need to go for JTAC here. I think we're fine just to shoot 3 times. Wow. Great crit on the first shot. Didn't miss. Good job. And we'll spend 1 AP walking forth. That seems good enough. Panther's fine where he is. I might as well delay, though, and see what the guards all do. You're standing in the middle there. You're patrolling down there. Okay. Phreak is going to go for this host. She'll hack it when she can. I will need to wait 1 more turn to get enough of everything for that. In fact, what I might want to do... I can just wait a turn. I was thinking about turning one of these cameras off early, but it doesn't really matter. I think I will probably use packet loss, because I might not need the AP, but... For now, all you can do is stand here. No one's running too far forward where it's like really important. You're just running around in there, no big deal. Cool. No biggie. And then Panther can pretty safely run towards the next loot. That seems fine as well. Alright. So we did create tally twice now, so somebody else is going to be sent this way. That'll be fine though. Okay, you two both got sent. Interesting. You're on the way down there. Sure, whatever. You're going to find that corpse, unfortunately, so I'm going to get even more tally, which means we're about to be facing reinforcements. It's not the end of the world, but it is going to be happening. We'll leave Rhino where she is. She's fine. You're on the way up. We can almost certainly find a way to kill you. You're doing nothing too special. You're going to be sent over as well. I don't know if I want to greed the loot box just yet, but I do want Bracket to start hacking. Alright, so this is one of the slightly more difficult hosts overall because there's these access gates in the way, but I'm going to, as per usual, go through the top, go through the CPU side of things. Let's load Decoy, let's load our basic tools here, let's load all of our programs. You can see, yeah, we're up to 520 deck IOUs, which isn't horrible, right? Like, all these considered. It's, yeah, 440 for this, and it goes up to 520, so if we didn't go for Decoy or went for like something like Scan 2 or had one other downgrade, we could have used a slightly smaller cyberdeck. Or alternatively, instead of getting Neural Toner, you can get Head Mem, which gives you more active memory. So if you go for Head Mem instead of Neural Toner, you can go for 1, maybe 2 levels lower of cyberdeck, and that allows you to run the full gamut of +1 programs. Because you can buy Scan 2 out of the box, so +1 means Scan 3 and then level 2 of all this stuff. You can get this all if you can get up to 520 active memory, but IO will still be your primary constraint for like fully clearing. So you kind of want a better cyberdeck, and you want neural toner to have the IO to keep moving. Anyway, AP is not terribly scary for me, but I have nothing else going on. This looks a pretty easy suite of stuff to deal with. A little bit of stress. Don't load any programs. Honestly, if this unloads decoy, I don't really mind it. So I think I'd rather lose decoy than have to deal with this. So decoy gets unloaded. Can't load programs. Don't actually care because we're going to go to the CPU right away no matter what. Walk over there. Null up. Looks like we managed to destroy all 4. So it means I can scan because I can. I can reload decoy and feel okay about it. IO's getting pretty tight. Got to be careful here. This requires killing all the ice as an access gate. So we walk over, and the description is, right, in order to spike the gate, you must scan 2 out of 2, and ice must all be destroyed. So this has to die. So we null op. We get pushed around to this RCU. I'm willing to tank one thing and scan here. That's fine. What do we get? Damage to connection, not the end of the world. This has all been fully scanned. Remote controls. Sure, I guess we'll hack this open. I was going to be, like, AP... like, not AP starved anyway, so who cares? So take that one down. Gives me some space to work with. This access gate, of course, still has to be destroyed, so... we can walk over. We use our last null op. Ow. This is still here. That's unfortunate. I can't even fit anything around it, so... we load a little baby program here. We deception. We scan the neighbors, but I can't leave until I can load attack. So this unfortunately tanked my maxed out null op with maxed out overclock. I don't have enough damage. Sucks to suck. I'm still going to spike the CPU to get the tally back down. And I got to go back through everything. I also want to go here and take this all down, but that shouldn't be too bad. Alright, well, for now, I'm safe to end my turn. Again, next turn I load attack. I can blow that, and then I can spike the gate. I'm going to have you wait for Oopso to move. Off you go. That wasn't very effective of you. Does my team need JTAC for this? Not really. That said, you can see a corpse if things go funny. I'm pretty tempted to go here, reload, and shoot twice. Actually, I think I will JTAC because of that. I'm going to go here. You see me. I don't care. JTAC somewhere like this should let my team fight pretty reliably. Reload down to 3 AP, and then we shoot twice. Didn't crit. Kind of unfortunate, but I think we'll be okay for the most part. There's the crit. Alright. I'm going to have you... oh, Static's really far away. This is going to be a little bit annoying, actually. I'm going to yield. Static's going to try to run here. Unsurprisingly, she can't get all the way over. Who could have seen that coming? That's not in range for Crimson Vector. No, not at all. That means I don't have any stuns really either. Okay, we're clearly not killing you guys. And Rhino rolled really poorly on initiative. This is what we call a problem. I'm going to need to do some initiative modding to make sure we're going to be okay. So you're just going to run up here and get spotted. It's going to be a ton of security tally. And all that fun stuff. Also going to let him see more people, because why not? Who cares? Alright, so what's the plan? Well, Bracket rolled well. She could maybe disconnect and have stuff go on. Let's drop these guys by 2. Not enough to have either one go first. If I run up here, I am not guaranteed kills. Actually, if I go here, can I get you guys both? No. I cannot get these guys both in line of fire without having any initiative left. And it'd be relying on Bracket to solo kill this, which is like probably not okay. So what I'm tempted to do is run out here, shoot this guy with the Urban Assault, which will be good enough to do some damage. Or I greed the loot box out. I mean, getting less tally would really be nice, though. Yeah, so I could, like, be really stupid and greed this. And then just, like, bump initiative and say, that's good enough, Static can go early and we'll be fine. Or bump myself even and get more done. Yeah, I'm just going to be greedy and stupid. We're going to be fine. We get another nice weapon mod here. We get a weapon mod blueprint. Piece by piece, we're gathering what we came to get, but there's more to find. Keep moving. Indeed, indeed. And then, let's see. My mineral... yeah, my mineral's going to be low enough that I'm going to go ahead and self-cast pre-compute. I'm going to need it no matter what. Then I'm going to run out to here in order to put basically a single attack in. It gives me some progress. If I crit 19%, I kill you. That's obviously pretty unlikely, but hey, if it gets it, I'm pretty happy. Unsurprisingly, did not finish killing him. But I min-roll a 19, so I'm always going first. There's reinforcement. And of course, they also know where we are, so they will be running towards us. A couple of divergents there, and a heavy. Go ahead and skip the rest of the dialogue, because none of it matters. Yeah, so if they spot me, they'll have really good evasion, and then this guy, of course, just very tanky as a suppressant. Makes total sense. Yep, let's go ahead and full auto these guys. I can't do any short yields. If I do a delay... Actually, if I do a delay, it's fine, because I'll go to 18. And these guys, we would just get info about them. You're not even woken up by the AI. I think you aren't either. So if these guys walk up to here, it doesn't matter. And that allows Bracket to take down these cameras so they don't see the corpses. So delaying right here actually makes sense. I'm going to do that. Yoda's on patrol. Bracket maybe gets everything else that she needs. I lose decoy is what it is. Need stuff for this. Oh, let's spike the gate. There we go. All right, what's here? Load a program. Load a program. Got it. Any action, any action. Damage to connection's not too bad right now. So I'm going to go here, then here. I'm just going to hack everything without reading because I don't really care. 1, 2. Double check that nothing's... Yep, everything's sleeping. We're fine. 3. I'm sure there's some I don't have to hit, but I don't really care. Alright, so that's all gone. And again, it's if you load a program and if you load a program. I'm not going to do those things. I'm going to move over here. And then I'm going to be able to stand in its face and just do whatever. So I'm going to sleaze this, then reload this, and keep going. Active ice here can be gotten rid of. Let's see, damage to connection. Of course. We can keep moving forward now. That's still down. This can finally be spiked. We get to underflow that. This needs to be spiked as well to get to the downloads. Or I can go here for the active ice right now. I figure let's go for the... What makes more sense? This way first is actually less backtracking, so let's go to the right. What do we have? Any action, any action, any action. Use a program. Damn. Alright, this is going to suck for a bit. It is what it is. It's going to hurt. Yep, ow, I lose decoy. Unload on any action. I'm going to take a ton of stress from this as well, by the way. I'm going to go here first. I don't want to lose many programs. It's going to slow me down a lot. I lose a lot of health, took a lot of stress. I'm almost certainly stress capped right now. Download these personnel files. I need anti-trap, which I've got. I need anti-passive, which I've got. I'm going to take decoy up. Let's move on. Use a program. Download a file. Okay. Gotta kill everything. You see the AP cost of everything is really, really low. Everything here costs like 2 action points only, and scan only costs 1. So yeah, I can get through a lot of stuff on a turn. But yeah, I'm almost certainly stress capped in this character. I've taken a lot of damage. I have a million deck shield thanks to decoy. But I'm unfortunately not really taking... deck damage as my escalations. Yes, you're walking over. You found a corpse. Alright. Good enough now that this is all blocked off. I think I'll have plenty of damage. There's you dead. And then... I'm not going to be in range for more. Let's see. If I fail, I won't even be able to stutter. So it's like... There is a very, very slim chance I fail this kill. I might just interference spike to give somebody else the chance at it. And I'm just going to run for this stuff and have somebody else finish the kill. You should have no problems getting that. Static should have, again, no problem getting this. So let's spend 1 AP to get here. That's easy claw kills. 1 and 2. There you go. That's AP for me. You are dodgeable. So running across to here is probably fine. Although... Bracket can't move, so I might... Wow, actually, where should I stand in this character? Going here for a stun strike seems a little suspect. but I kind of like it. I think I don't guarantee the kill on just one turn with this character, so it's like I'm pretty sure it's not correct. I don't want to waste AP if I can help it, but I don't want to like stand in the middle here, because that's wasting AP. Actually, you know what? I should just grab this loot, and that way I'm saving some time for somebody else. Yeah, the escalation is turning devices back on. We're long gone. Ooh, nice. We got our level 5 assault rifle. This should be better than what we've currently got. It's not always going to be more damage, but it's likely. I don't know if I need 7-fold part 3 or not, but we're hopefully progressing towards good cybernetics, or better cybernetics. This guy rolled well on initiative, but I'm not worried about where I'm standing. That could be famous last words, but I think I'm alright. Stand you behind the truck. Reload the pistol. Bracket is hopefully okay. We'll see how far they go. There's always a chance it's bad. I did not roll well on initiative, so like... Oh, yeah, okay. This can really be a threat. Okay, this actually is really significant. Okay, this has a really good chance of being very, very threatening. One of them's going to see Bracket, and someone else is going to come right afterwards, and she's going to get shot at. And her armor's already... Well, her health's already low from the hacking, so... Yeah, this could be quite bad. You're on the way up. You're going to see people. No, you're not. Okay, cool. But the divergents are almost certainly going to be a problem for me. Yep. And now whoever comes behind you is going to be angry. You're alert, and I'm going to take some damage. You have 1 AP still. You're shooting. Ooh, shredded. That's a problem. You had enough AP to shoot again? Oh, that's such a problem. Alright, Rhino's got to fix this somehow. You're not going to be in range yet. Everyone else goes before that guy, which is, you know, big news. I'm not in range to use a first aid kit for real. You need to kill these guys. Right, they need to die for sure. I think I slightly preempted that, but it is what it is. I want to be able to attack you, of course. I think we're just charging up and trying to fight as best we can. Bracket is in danger. I cannot heal her effectively with this character. And I cannot effectively go into Overwatch either. So, well, actually, no. I can use the pistol and go to pistol Overwatch, which still kind of sucks, but there are worse options. I'm going to be here. JTAC ends next turn, but that means it's not done yet. Decent enough crit. And then, if I Overwatch here, I'm going at 17. Which is not terrible. And I think I realized that if I pre-cast JTAC, it stays on for my team. So, I'm going to throw it down like this. This should leave the buff on for a long duration when the other one times out. I'm going to Overwatch cone this guy who's already angry. This should work fine. You're on the way up. You might trigger Overwatch. You're angry now. Yep, you tank it. That's actually bad because now the suppressant can actually do stuff. That means I kind of like want to run all the way here just to stun strike this guy, which I really don't love. He's already alert and has the ability to fight. I might need to run up to first aid kit, which kind of sucks, but... No, Bracket gets to go in time. Okay, that means I can play for myself, kind of. What I mean by that is, even though I can't get everything that I want, and this guy can, with his shotgun, can definitely try to fight some, I have decent armor, so I can like withstand getting shredded some, and it's not that bad. So I think my goal is going to be run all the way up here. Maybe it's to here instead, but I don't hate this. Partial cover seems worthwhile, though. The goal being use the pulse generator, and then start running the people over with the weaponry I've got. Going here, though, gives me more people in range, which is what I kind of wanted. So this should be acceptable-ish. We've got a lot of guys that we need to at some point kill. Yeah, unfortunately, because of the way JTACs are overlapping, I don't get the buff, which kind of sucks. It is what it is, though. I'm going to lower everyone's initiative, or sorry, everyone's evasion by a ton. That'll help me a lot here. I'm already buffed by a bunch of stuff, so, you know, I'll get this claw kill, but it won't give me any special buffs, I don't think. Oh, I get Berserk Haste, so I get a charge back. That's cute. Lowers the pulse generator cooldown. I'm thinking I should use Power Slice, just kind of get the guaranteed shred. Yep, okay, I rolled both as it stands anyway. I didn't know that, though, for sure. I get Lumen Spear back, thanks to what we just picked up. I'm thinking, let's just focus on clawing you. Okay, first strike kills, that's great. I could run up here and go for one more claw attack. I think what I want to do, though, is delay and see what this guy does. I want to be in cover is the thing. And I can't really fight effectively while also guarantee that I'm in cover. I think I'm going to go to half cover here. Again, need Panther to guarantee that he can keep her alive. That's going to be doable, though. Panther gets in range, I'm pretty sure. And if not, we can always have her disconnect and do it. I could Crimson Vector. Honestly, this is like one of the better uses of it. It's actually probably a kill. Okay, I'm going to Crimson Vector here. We get one strike. And then I can use my last claw attack. Well, that's all your initiative's gone. Wow, that's a giant crit. She's going to get hit by this guy. I've got to still heal bracket. Oh, Panther has this. I didn't even realize. Wait, I can basically go for a stun as well. Okay, so Tactical Surge. I'm clearly going to be going for a stun. Biostitch is... Yeah, we're going to do Biostitch first and then handle the stun afterwards. So if I go here, or here, I'm in range for the consumable, almost certainly. Good start. Let's go ahead and make you not bleeding out anymore. That'll help. And then you just need to be stunned. No ifs, ands, or buts. Great. We now have very little tally because no one heard anything else. I think I want to rewind her because I think a lot of her stuff is going to be on cooldown when I care about it. Yeah, we're 3 turns away from hard shell, overclock, and everything else. I think she's going to need rewind here. And then he's going to be one of the guys who's going to help get this kill. That should work out just fine. Alright, Bracket, what can you do? This part's already done. I don't need to spoof, I don't think. This is already spiked. I'm going to come up this way. I need to scan you to spike that gate. I need anti-trap. I've got passive, and I've got 1 tick of active here. That's going to be good enough for now. Download, load a program. Damage to any action is chill. Sleaze you. Download matters here. This is still a loaded program. Got to be careful about that one. Take my downloads. What's the neighbors? Looks like I've got to go ahead and disarm this so I can load... I'm going to load Baby Deception. Actually, no. This saves me AP, only costs me IO. There's no reason to do it the other way around. Let's go here. Any action. Load a program. Got it. Deception. Sleaze. Download, download, download. Well, the red host has finally been conquered. I got my download sets. We can disconnect. I'm quite injured, but there's only one guy alive, and he's way over there, and I don't care about him. So, my armor is shredded. I gotta be careful that if I, take more than 1 hit, I'm really sad. But considering they cannot escalate right now, we're fine. We've got 2 boxes left, and I'm pretty sure these have to have both of these sets. Our exit's right over here, which is pretty chill. There's one there, but I don't care about that one. You're stunned. 1 guard is missing. No big deal. That guy's still going to be on the way, which I know. But for now, it's fine. I think we spam delays, see what this guy does, and then we probably still get the kill like normal, but I just don't know for sure yet. This guy can't run far enough to, be truly threatening. Yep, he's just standing right there. Oh, you actually saw me. Okay, that's fine. Let me turn snapping on. That is me not in range. That kind of sucks. I guess it's not reaching. It's too bad. You rolled a 16, which isn't amazing, but isn't terrible. I don't remember how this camera's going to turn. So things I care about killing him, obviously. Let's see. How do I want to get this done as appropriately as possible? I think melee is better. It's good shred chance. Static has an assault rifle, which is going to be okay. This guy's very tanky, and he's going to be hard to kill with the kinetic damage blades. So what I think I want is functionally a rundown of who has initiative. Which means Panther waits till everyone else does their job. Bracket goes for the host, because loot. I just hope I don't get escalations like reinforces right there. Bracket's fine. Rhino should try to do her job. Let's see. The ranges here, accurate at 16 is really not that bad. So Rhino going to... Let's see, can I get there for even less? Yeah, if I go here, I'm still in range. It's kind of nice, actually. I'm still in JTAC, which is nice. And I get 2 shots here, which look pretty good. No shred the first one. Trial 2 also does not work. I'll spend my 1 AP shooting, because why not? It's kind of free. It does no damage. I don't think I gotta put him in Overwatch. I think I can just end my turn like this. I rolled a 21. We're fine. You're stunned. I'm thinking full auto like this is pretty reasonable. One thing I might want to do, actually, is get around the JTAC bug by walking out then back in and getting the buff back. I know it's kind of silly, but it's required because that's how, unfortunately, JTAC works here. I have good enough initiative on everybody that I'm not worried about failing all the damage checks, so even though I don't get any shreds here, even though he's still alive, it doesn't really matter. Lumen Spear with my 1 remaining AP just because I can. It doesn't really cost me anything. Yeah, has plenty of health. Don't really care. Alright, so everybody rolled above you. You're still stunned for your next action, so I'm not in any real danger. I want to swipe at you once. If I crit, you actually die, which is kind of wild. I'm surprised I get this much damage. You have 54 armor. I shredded, which is cool, but yeah, 54. Yeah, I mean, it soaked 217. I got 186, but I got, yeah, 100 pure. So I got 280 damage here. That's just how good this stuff is. And this weapon does not come with innate pure damage. It's just from having, you know, 25% or so kinetic is pure. It's kind of great. I'm going to kill this camera so that we don't get tally from this event. It's going to turn in, like, sea corpses and stuff. I don't want to deal with that. Yeah, this guy almost certainly dies to my railguns and whatnot, so we should be fine. I guess static rolled poorly. If I look ahead, it means that static rolls ahead, but, like, I guess I'm trusting that Rhino solo kills him, which is not a hard guarantee. All right, I'm going to drop you by 2, so that in case Rhino doesn't solo kill, we get help. Okay, reinforces there is a little annoying. We can get around that, though. It's not the end of the world, but it's not beautiful. It's fine. Basic guard, and 1 tank, and a little baby. That's not terrible. Them hearing gunfire, kind of, it's sort of a, and it is what it is situation. This guy is still stunned, has to die this turn, though. And then, yeah, we're at power level what? Still 8, basic guard, divergent, and another suppressant. So, they're going to hear gunfire, and I can't do anything about that one. It's going to be some tally. You died. They're going to run up, and I don't love that they're going to run up. I don't want to go through the laser wires if I can help it, but I don't have a way around that one. I guess my entire team can run through and not take real damage. They won't get stressed. So even though this is kind of silly, I think we're going to have the entire team run out like that. I might get investigated, but we'll see what happens. Surely it's not the end of the world. Bracket can go here and hack. Ooh, nice. She gets those laser wires. That's good news, actually, for me. All right, put you here. And I would love if you could get the laser wires early. Wouldn't that be nice? Matrix Snoop is going to show me where that is. I'm going to run for it right away. Hard shell, overclock, spoof. Load all the things. Let's move. Okay, damage to connection and then connection use. Easy enough. 2 actives. Okay. Tally, damage to connection, connection use. Yeah, let's go ahead and block tally first. Connection is going to be fine. I'm betting. Need to reload active. I'm going to do it anyway because I'm sure I'm going to need it. Although I am now IO star, which could be a little bit scary. Have to kill both. This is actually the downside, is now I don't have... I might have not needed it. There's always a chance. But we go here. We null op. We got tally from all 4s. We know we got it. 3 actives and a passive there. I'm really tempted to null op this, just so that way I can knock down all the cameras. Bam. We didn't kill everything. That sucks. And because this lived, I actually can't get through what I need to get through. I don't have enough IO for it. Damn, that really sucks. Okay, well, I'm just going to walk back and spike this. And I'm basically just going to, like, knock down the partial traps in all of these. Use a program, damage to connection. Okay, those are gone. I'm going to go here. I'm not going to load any programs, doesn't really matter. That's on exit. Alright, well, this was kind of silly, but next time we can load sleeves and keep going. I guess I didn't need decoy for that, and actually, it turns out I didn't need disarm either. Oh well, darn. Sucks to suck a little bit. Yeah, no AP, can't load anything. Here we are. That's your last turn being stunned. We gotta get this kill. Thankfully, that's gonna do just fine for me. I think I should delay and make sure nothing is too spicy or scary for me. I'm gonna have you hide behind the wall, but then if we need to act, you can act. Okay, let's go see what they do. Yep, you're on the way up, but you don't find me. That's good news. You're investigating that way, so we're chilling. You're on the way up. You're hunting toward me. Okay. You're a bit spicier. Oh, you are... Nope, you actually found me outright. Okay, got it. And then you are doing that. Okay, so this means I yield and Static gets to go have fun. So I'm going to run you to here. You have, you know, some real evasion, but you're also under strike zone and I am under JTAC, so 65 to hit there, and then I get some Ripper Blade shots. That seems acceptable. I think we try to get you low with the blade first, and then that was decent. If I don't glance, it kills. I think we just take the 2 AP shot. I mean, no matter what, I'm not guaranteed with the Ripper Blades, but no, I think we go for this and hope we get the kill. And then that way I get my AP printing. This guy rolled well, but he's not around. This guy's already suspicious, so I think actually going for him seems correct. It's run up here and strike and probably get initiative boosted. This guy hopefully is not going to be a true terror, although with this guy being alert, that's, you know, a real possibility. We shred on the first strike. That's good news. That makes everything else that little bit easier. I have no AP left, though, so I've got to basically just stop. And you rolled... Wait, I thought... Did I really hit yield instead of end turn? Huh. I could have sworn I didn't. Alright, well, because I can't yield back, I don't think... Yeah, I guess I have to just boost Static to make sure that she's going to be okay. I really could have sworn I didn't do that wrong, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh well. You're going to walk up here. You are likely going to be helpful. And Static can't do anything except... Yeah, I guess I maybe did hit this or something. Either way, you at least roll better than Tau. You probably roll better than Katu. Orders received, he's going to be on the way, but it should be okay. We go for Blade Strikes again. Down you go. I'm going to go ahead and delay and see what you do, because you're going to walk up and probably not be that useful. There you go. Okay, he's going to fight. He has AP left. I'm going to get shot at, but I'm not going to take that much damage. Yeah, like barely does anything. Thank you, heavy armor. Alright, I guess the team goes this way then. Or hold on. Let Bracket knock these things out. Go here. Go here. Sleaze. Turn everything off. Definitely could have chosen to stand behind cover first and didn't, and that was a mistake. Let's be clear about that. Okay, let's knock these out. Sleeping, that's disabled. This is fine. Not going to load any programs. Take these. Great, go here. Disabled, disabled. Get rid of that. Those are mine. Great. Alright, what do we got down here? It's fine. We can figure it out. AP cost above tally. One more kill for the influence. That'll be easy. AP is actually going to be a real constraint here. Let's go this way. Connection is going to be needed. We scan. I need anti-trap. I think 1 is probably fine. Load a program, load a program. Yep, we're chilling. Alright, that is everything hacked out of this host. I can safely disconnect, and I'm going to go for this loot box. And then we're all going to run for that exit, plus the other loot box. Citizenship Part 2, Weapon Mod Blueprint, a Weapon Mod Executioner Grip. That's going to be probably solid for a melee. A 50k cred ship. We got another Weapon Mod. That'll be, ooh, level 6 Weapon Mod. Very kind of you to leave this valuable file tucked here. Partial success. Wonderful. You can go ahead and keep running towards the exit now. This guy needs to be killed, for sure. I feel like Panther and Static can probably duo this pretty easily. What I'm going to start here with, though, is... Let's see, does she have the ability to get another buff going? I guess Redline's already on for her, so there's no real benefit to having it happen again. So I'm thinking CK runs up and just goes for a swipe. Swipe left. You're at 5 HP. I will let her kill that with claws, because that'll save me action points. I think she has a claw charge. And so let's run for the exit. We'll have the sniper run for the box. We are going to escalate, but hopefully it's fine. There's always a chance it's not, of course. But I'm choosing to believe it's going to be fine. They'll spawn here. Watch. Let's hope that's true. Okay, that is me being in range. We'll take the 0 AP claw attack. Down you go. And run towards the exit. All right. Well, we'll see what the escalation is. I mean, it's going to be reinforcements. Just got to figure out where they are. Please don't be in range of seeing Panther. Nope, they're in range of seeing Panther. That is not ideal. They don't roll that well on initiative, thankfully, but still not ideal. We'll go that way. Seems good enough to me. You're fine. Panther will tactical surge to boost the ones who are close by. You will stun this dude, which means you won't wake everyone else to also be alert. So it doesn't matter that you see me now. And you can just keep running across. Get to buy a little bit of time thanks to this being down. I don't think static getting spotted here matters, but also don't think she needs to save action points. So we'll just run out this way. Although if I had saved AP, I think it'd be closer than Rhino, and I would actually be able to probably grab this and get farther away. Let's run bracket towards the team. No escalations, and these guys didn't see anything, so we should be pretty chill. And this should be a pretty successful mission now. You're patrolling, you found some corpses, but they're corpses that people have already seen, so it's not anything new to the Sec AI. I'm going to skip all the information. I'm sure somebody's been sent to move around, but again, you're stunned. You are hunting around the corpses. I think you grabbing this loot box is fine. Ooh, that's nice. They updated the art for that. I like that. That's actually really cool. We finally get some new drugs. We get the Final Citizen part. We get a weapon mod that probably goes to an E-rifle. Weapon mod for another E-rifle piece. We got a blueprint that we can't use. All right, well, cleaning the place out. All the pay is accounted for. Well done. Entire formula in hand. He'll be pleased. Let's get you out of there. Total success. Ready to hear. You're almost out. It'll all be fine next turn. No big deal. Cool. Let's put everyone here. And we should be good to go. I'll end my turn instead of evacuating in case there's, I don't know, weird shenanigans. I don't know what they would be, but whatever. You're out. You're out. We should be fine. Rhino rolled pretty well on initiative. They're not going to spot me. It's not going to happen. Orders received, but you weren't, you know, again, I wasn't seen over here. It doesn't really matter. See, yep, you're off to go find a corpse. And we're done. Sec level 7. We don't want to overstay our welcome. Covering our escape with quantum countermeasures. No big deal. Sometime later, a Jupiter patrol will check the lockboxes and find they are all empty. They don't even know what was in them in the first place. They have everything we need to assemble the scragged citizenship now. Good, put bracket on it. Next up is getting Mariah to a launch site. The expense of this trip to the Fadelight must be astronomical. How much has Dusty been overcharging us all this time? When we're ready, we can tell Dusty and move on to the final job. Or we can pump the brakes and delay a little bit. So, of course, she's wounded for a week. Excuse me? That is not... Okay, that is a... okay, so, Fadelight Blades Part 1 didn't give... said I failed to pick up every piece of the citizenship papers. I got 3 of 3. The dialogue mentioned how good of a boy I am, but this screen says I failed entirely. What gives? Kind of sucks to lose the money. But hopefully the mission still plays forward. I'd be very sad if it, you know, it didn't even give me anything there, but that's weird. That's definitely weird. Okay, there's a snag to discuss about the Fadelight Blades. I've been talking it over with Midnight. Interesting. I guess we'll at least do the convo right now, but I do want to play time forward. Partially to get her back from her wounds. Yeah, she's, of course, fully stressed here. I could have somebody else run the mission, no problem. So let's start with spending points first. So, +1 on the hacker means we can't go anything here just yet. That's already been grabbed as it is. Have not found that I needed the plus duration overclock, so I'm going to go here. My sniper gets +2. I was trying to go into... I think I was trying to go into quiet kill. I can get more... Death Watch charge, but I don't need a 3rd charge, really. I don't need the 10 accuracy. I don't think really either. There's a world where I go for a strike zone value and just get a second charge and assume that everyone will always die the first turn I use it. That's not really going to be true every time, though. But I still might want second charge anyway, and it works out. J-Tac is actually more problematic here. Actually, what I think I'm going to do is multi-class and a soldier now. I've got my free reloads. I don't have a lot of extra points. Actually, right, I already am in soldier. I forgot. That's why I had basic Overwatch. So, when killing, get more stats. I think I want on crit gain action points. I think this is slightly better because I don't need a bunch of pure damage yet, and I don't even need a bunch of crit chance yet. So I'm going to go into recoup and then figure out the rest later. +2 on the sniper means I can make Nest even better. I'm thinking capping my stealth crit chance is worth it. And then after I get this, probably not the plus duration. I haven't found I've needed it. But after getting my guaranteed crit chance, I'm going to go and spend the 4 points it requires, which is going to be all the way to level 14, getting Empty Lung. An alternative is going up here for Quiet Kill, and then only spending 2 to get Empty Lung, and skipping these 3. They are good stats, though, right? It's functionally gain 8% move speed and 2 accuracy. That's really good, right? 5% from the actual, and then 3% from 3 points in reaction. But I'm always at some point going to go Quiet Kill, and it's actually worth putting a lot of points into, by the way. It's like really, really nice. So, you know, do I want to go through, and also tech crit damage is really nice stat as well. So it's a lot of attribute points to the problem, right? I'm spending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, when I could just spend 1, 2, 3. And so is it worth spending 2 more attribute points? Because they're pretty dead, right? 1 crit per hit in the streak is kind of whatever. 1 strength, 10 HP is like pretty useless as well. So it's like, hey, the question is, would I spend 2 points on 8% move speed, 2 accuracy, and 15 crit damage? Also, this is the exact same node. So I probably would, actually. So I think, yeah, we're going to end up pathing up this way and pathing it this way long term. I think it's going to be my actual build because these nodes are good enough. If they weren't good enough, I wouldn't bother, but I actually think they're strong enough. Also, these 2 nodes are incredibly dead. I think you should literally never learn them. They're just kind of dead weight here in the middle of the tree for kind of no reason. Anyway, that guy's done. I'm going to have Bracket come in and get healed a little bit faster. Cut a few days off. 7k is chump change, to be honest. But yeah, I want time to tick forward so I can try to get my people healed. And that should be reasonable, I think. We'll get our stress limit breaks and whatnot, but that's fine. I guess I don't have a reason why not just take her out of the trainer and have this convo, though. It would be to get Bracket back, but she's going to need to... This isn't that bad, actually, so yeah, I might do it that way. I might, like, pump the brakes and see how that goes. Also, before I forget, let's see. Let me go ahead and mint some file sets. Mint that one. I've got a legendary here. I've got a legendary here. Research Compendium Alpha. Ooh, I can do 2. That's kind of nice. These aren't looking too spicy overall. Mint the first set, and then, you know, grab the best things we can. Mint the second set. Great. Vantage Trip needs part 5. Splicer Mina is really, really far away. Dr. Karos is already done, which I think we already knew. And then I had somebody else that was partway through, right? Did I not? Or maybe it was that guy that I got. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, Vantage Trip's close. Splicer Mina is far. And Dr. Sevenfold is still pretty far as well. It needs part 1 and 2. Unfortunately, I've tripled up on all of these. That's really unfortunate. I really want these. Oh well. I got to still bump the cold storage until I can get there. There's actually a pretty good chance, by the way, that I'm going to need way too much money, but I'll probably need power and cooling, so let's go time. Time goes forward. Height limit break for you. Great. Pistol accuracy seems good. Okay. Cold storage level 6 does not give me what I want. I've got to put power in. It's going to take 8 days. Yikes. It's going to take forever. Still can't mint these. That's too bad. Oh, no, wait. Yeah. No, that's yeah, I get crafting up. It's 5 blueprints, so I'm pretty far from this being useful. Sucks to suck. It is what it is. I, of course, had hit max heat. Stress limit break. -10 loyalty. That's fine. Height limit break for you. I guess we're taking +1 tech. Nothing else that's worth grabbing. Influence break for you. Great. What I wanted was this, so I can Puppet Master. I can get your programs and cyberdecks up. Yep, let's go. What that means for my cyberdecks is I could now have gone from here to here, and if I had the space, it would have been kind of nice, right? Paying 300k is, not that expensive. It's for 1 armor, 10 AP, 40 IO. The memory doesn't really matter anymore. I get a fit scan too, which is kind of cute. But again, the price delta is so small, and again, realistically, unless you're grabbing headmem, like if you're grabbing headmem, you can stop here. We can actually double check that real quick, because I'm just kind of curious on all the details. If I was to put you in for cyber surgery... Oh, okay, I can't even click on the thing. Yeah, if I could get headmem here, and the plus 120 is exactly enough, right? We said I needed 520, so... this would have been just enough, right? So, max level headmem... Well, it's not max level, there's higher ones now. But yeah, this plus headmem would actually let you load big programs, but you'd be really, really IO starved. And so going from this to this for only 300k is 40 IO, which, like, as we saw a couple times, actually would have made a difference in a couple of these missions. I would be able to, like, load Sleaze 1 or something, or Attack 1 and make some progress. On the other side, I'm not 100% sure what else I got. Oh, actually, Data Save is probably worthwhile. I get 5 armor. I lose 10 AP, but AP is not my concern. It's actually IO, and it doesn't really cost very much to load in the first place. I think I will use this at some point. Not right away, because I don't need it super right away. This is AP for armor. This is AP for armor, but also IO. We can load them both, of course. I think we just got Decoy 3 from the program upgrade, and then Trace Vector is Matrix damage, which we're kind of seeing is becoming a bit useful as well, with how we're not quite getting through on null op. And so that's one thing that giving a better deck does as well, is it gives you more programs in storage. And so, right now, like, I have, level 1 scan, sleaze, deception, etc. all loaded up, or like in storage, so that I can, make alternate choices there, and min-max, like, IO and movement return. And if I get a level 5 or eventually 6 cyber deck, it allows me more space to load things like Trace Vector in the background and Data Save and whatnot. So I don't have to make as many trade-offs when initially loading my character up. As it is, though, we're kind of fine like this. This is, of course, underway. I still want her to get through medical recovery for now, and so we're just going to go ahead and play time forward. Power supply getting upgraded. That means I can upgrade my barracks. When that's upgraded, I can get more recruits. That'll be kind of fun. We'll keep playing time. All right, she is out of the trainer. This convo, though, is going to need to be talked about. I guess there's no other time but right now, so I will plus play, and this should work out the way I want it to. Influence break for you. Ops first. Plus cost for everything, but he pays more for missions. Okay. Stress for you. Initiative and XP is what it is. There is a snag to discuss about the Fadelight blades. I've been talking it over with Midnight. Anytime you two are talking behind my back, it gets me worried. Another Underworld player has caught wind of what we're up to and wants to get involved. The Jupiter launch pad, dedicated to Fadelight traffic and freight, is under the protection of a Syndicate soldier, Kalani Garcia. Damn syndicates, they'll find a way to put anyone under their thumb to get a cut. So they want a cut? They have a lot of people at Spaceport who are beholden to them for one reason or another. So Kalani has ears everywhere and heard about our bribes. And of course, once they figured out you were involved, he no longer wants anything I can offer them. I should take that as a compliment. Comes down to this. Kalani's going to require an obligation for you to let the deal happen, and he wants to talk to hear you agree. Then let's talk. So hoping to hear from you, Panther. I understand you're one of my favorite new Spaceport customers. I don't plan to meddle in your business with Dusty, but every palm needs to be greased. You will promise me to complete one obligation when I need it. Sure. This is how we do business now? No, let's not make it more than it is. We live by a code, and we all pay the Pied Piper. You want to do big business through a spaceport where my claws are dug in nice and deep. Not even asking you what your business is or who this woman is to you, that's the code. You pay the tax, you do your business. Okay, we owe you an obligation. Now, to be fair, right now in this game, there is not a second obligation mission, and there's not, like, procedurally generated obligation missions, and so this has literally no gameplay impact to this version of the game. At some point, they'll add that, of course, and they'll add more obligation stuff, but yeah, for now, this is functionally zero tax. A rational decision, Panther. I will leave you to your business and call you when the time comes for your obligation. That's why you're the partner I need for this risky power play. Alright, he needs to bodyguard Mariah as she sneaks for the spaceport. Ready to be planned at the Command HQ, the Lowdepths Evac. Due in relatively short order, 2 days 12. Bubbles is still in the Simstream trainer. It's a simple bodyguard mission. We get a ton of influence if we kill a bunch of people. We get the service. Do not need to bring anybody other than this kind of squad here. We can go pretty loud. We can go pretty fast. I'm tempted to run it during this, actually. I'm going to have you switch some things out. Actually, before I forget, let's go ahead and compare these new revolvers, right? So what I had was the Buster. How's the hammer shot compare? Well, it's more accurate. That's already a good sign. Revolvers are often very inaccurate, and that's really useful. If you don't hit, you can't crit. Minus 42 ballistic, plus 25 pure. That is almost always going to be an increase in damage. Noise is a full 10 quieter, and a full 10 less recoil as well. Actually, 11 less, and in case you overwatch, less arc. Yeah, this weapon does more damage. This is superior. Now, I'm still going to leave my sniper with this Buster. But what I'm going to be doing is going to my Gunslinger here and saying, well, you know what? Hammer shot's now your best friend. You're going to wear this. You're going to put on... Oh, I think I'm full up on all the mods. Okay, let me figure out who's holding what and what I have to do around the mods here. Hang on. I'm kind of griefing a little bit. Where are my weapon mods? What's going on? Hang on. I'm gonna take all the mods off, but like... Oh yeah, I had some of these as well. I'll go through them in a little bit, but yeah, I have some really nice blade grips for like shred and stuff, which is kind of cool. A lot of ballistic and shred for that as well, which is kind of nice. Ooh, accuracy and pure damage, also kind of nice. Okay. So, and then we can compare this assault rifle later on. You got this hammer shot. And there's the mass driver I cared about. Let's put on a really good grip here. We'll put on the best grip. Still no optics, it is what it is. I will give you a pistol as your secondary. I will, of course, still silence it. I forget the best one is this one. Okay, fine. For a body mod, I think I'm going to leave this one to use on a revolver, and I'll use this instead to give a little bit of accuracy to this pistol. That should be fine. I think you're happy with what you've got. War Machine is... Let's go make the comparison. So Street Dragon compared to Guardian class. Let's go see. We care about full auto here. So I lose 4 accuracy. That's not the best, but it's not the end of the world. I gain 53 ballistic and lose 28 pure. If I'm hitting exactly one guy, this is probably not a great trade. Especially with the accuracy, I'd probably still take the Street Dragon. But if I'm hitting 2 groups of enemies, or like, 2 enemies or more, 50% more damage from 50% more bullets is clearly worth it. And I'll say most of the time I'm shooting full auto, I'm getting more than one enemy, so yeah, I get better shred per bullet. -1 range, not the end of the world. 5 more noise isn't great, but it's honestly going to be fine. Yeah, this weapon is better. And also because I can suppress this, I'm out at 26. That's not amazing, but it's not terrible. And I can still get the ranges to be pretty decent overall, so... Yeah, I still have an optimal of 29 at a noise of 26. My damage per bullet is still pretty good overall. I do have an extra battery here, which is nice, so I can kind of go here and add some accuracy and pure damage. I can add some accuracy from this one as well. I'm tempted to go add some shred, if I can. I have 75 shred right now. I guess I don't have shred on this. Okay. I can go accuracy or I can go crit. I'm pretty tempted to go for crit here, realistically. I will give you the slightly worse stuff because I'm pretty sure I want the better stuff on this guy. Though 13 accuracy is really nice, but I think I'm going to go for crit here. I have a lot of ways of stacking crit chances, it turns out. And then I'm going to go for... I think accuracy pure is better than kinetic. Like, yeah, I'm getting bonus kinetic and kinetic is pure, but this is going to be more damage. There's like no way it's not. And it's also got accuracy. It's like, it's just better, right? It's just read it better. So, yeah, Gunslinger's happy. You've got a nice revolver with really low recoil thanks to all the mods. That's going to be this guy right here helping. That's just really low recoil, period. It's 14. That's wild. This is happy where it is. You're fine. The War Machine here has a silenced AR and a decent-looking Vorpal Edge, all things considered. Yeah, this is fine. This is me. Looks okay. Sniper is here. I'm going to go ahead and add stuff to make this revolver a little bit nicer as well. Obviously, I can't do ammo, but I can add some accuracy. Let's go ahead and get a better thing going on here. So the Sunbeam recap, simply more damage. Same shred, so we'll just take the strict upgrade there. Same mod there, same stuff here. We could add more accuracy, but I'm going to take the crit damage still. You're wounded, that's fine. So we have these 4 going. I don't believe there's anything else I can easily replace any of this, not that I can tell. I think we're happy with this setup here. This is the 4. This looks like the mission, and because it's going to be a relatively small bodyguard mission, I should be okay to get through this without too many difficulties, and I'm happy to just run it during this episode. Should put someone in the trainer, though, to gain XP. The fact that you're already max stress means I can put you in, and it's not even going to hurt. So, yeah, I guess we'll send you to the trainer. That seems acceptable. I might have one mission on... Yeah, I have an execute 3 captains. That's fine. We'll have... Actually, he's in Warner-Braun, which means she will refuse to run the mission. And so I'm going to send her to the trainer anyway, because if this has a host in it and I want the loot, and I might not, honestly, the optional hacking has not been that valuable to me. It's a consideration, but regardless, this is being upgraded, that's being upgraded. Counter intel 20 heat is not worth it. We'll just take the max heat level on this one and work it all off later. Lowdepths evac is here. Not going to trade for the favors. We're going to go ahead and get the bodyguard mission done so that Dusty can be happy. Need to get Mariah through the dangerous stretch of territory locked down by Los Zagala security forces to reach the launch pad. The Warner-Braun don't know we're coming, so we can use that to our advantage by going quietly or by going quickly. A lot of pay here, a lot of influence if we get the kills. Don't need to, though. This is our squad. Again, I am silenced where I need to be silenced. We have a nice upgrade into the weapon mods. We have a nice upgrade in assault rifle. We have a nice upgrade into this revolver. All right. Big crit damage, ready to go. We're here. Time to get to work. Meet Mariah. You're charged to escort to the spaceport. Keep her close. We can't let her fall into Jupiter's arms. That Scrag ID won't save anyone in that case. Listen, do exactly what we tell you, and you'll be on your way to the Fadelight in a few hours. Thank you. I will stay quick on my feet. I understand how much trouble you've gone through on my behalf. Good. First order of business, don't get shot. Deliver her to the extraction point. If she gets injured, it won't cost us, but if she dies, it's a failure. Alright, we gotta go all the way to here. There are no boxes, so it's going to be as much of a straight shot as possible. We have very, very bad device disabling. I don't necessarily care a ton about how many devices see us, but it'd be nice to not escalate if I can help it. Running through the middle is probably not ideal. I'm thinking hovering around the right-hand side is the safest. Let's see, if you're 28 meters away, we actually see decently far, like about this far, I think. Actually, yeah, this is 43, so we see about this far. Which means there's probably no other guards. Maybe there's someone like right here, but it's not that bad. I think JTAC somewhere like this is pretty reasonable. I think we kill exactly that camera and it's fine. Unfortunately, I can't yield the right amount, so I have to probably... Ooh, I have nothing quiet here, which is a bit of an issue, but not the end of the world. I'm going to walk and get a little bit of info. Yeah, there's really no guards on that side. That's good news. Let's see. What would I delay? Actually, let's see. If I delay, I go back up by... No, sorry. If I delay, I go to 13. I go back to 16. If I use Tactical Surge, that's still not good enough for me. So, yeah, I think I'm just running in a straight line. Getting seen and saying, like, yep, sucks to suck. Okay, we have a guard there. You're angry. I'm going to hide behind this box. That's fine. Okay, these guys are all upgraded, so I think a strike zone is in order. I think I want to strike zone these guys. I'll aim it to the back here. I believe this guy is always going to be killed, no problem, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to have you stop right here. I'm going to yield. Panther will Tactical Surge. And to make pathing easier, I'm just going to go ahead and knock this camera down. This is going to hit us, but I don't care. At least I don't care enough. I'm going to walk to here. That's going to hit. If I want to be really safe, I can go for a stun. I don't think I need to, but I could if I want to be really safe. Honestly, let's go there and stun, and it's fine. You see me, you're angry, I don't care. You're stunned. I'm going to hide here. I'm going to be basically invisible. I'm curious what you guys are going to do. You're going to run towards me, and you're going to stand around. You rolled a 19, which is pretty scary, so that's going to require some effort. Alright, Mariah can't do that much, but I think she can shoot this SMG. It's sort of free, essentially. You're stunned, so she shouldn't be able to get seen. We'll see if that actually happens or not. Yep, counts as hidden. Great. Yeah, shoot to just shred his armor a little bit. Didn't get it the first try. Let's walk a little bit closer and shoot for 1 more AP. Should be safe enough. These patrols shouldn't catch me. I'm not worried about it. Again, I may not have needed the stun. Oh, you suck at that. It's fine. You can't really control your recoil very well. I'm going to yield and let static... Oh, I can't yield any further. Okay, yep, that's fair. I'm going to go ahead and trigger vector. The primary reason is to give some pure damage on this basic pistol. That will allow me to essentially get more done. Check the range stuff on this. Yeah, 4 meters is fine. That allows me to get a little bit more damage across, since I have no other things that I can do. And I'm tempted to flush this guy as well. That way we lower his armor by a little bit. It's only 10%, but it's something. And we get a little bit of a better bit of damage here. Not bad. Now, I'm pretty sure Static would have gotten this kill anyway. I think we're like looking pretty good about this, but we can walk up. The blade probably auto kills. Yeah, it does. Claw's looking pretty good. I'm going to claw to get the buff. First strike is decent. Second strike is good. And I should delay and see what everyone else does in case I have to do some heroics for some reason. Shouldn't need to, but you got kind of close. You're over there. You're pretty close as well, actually. Okay, last guy. A couple of guys getting woken up by angry guards nearby. Yeah. So, yeah, it seems... Okay, I'm going to send this in as another bug report. I don't know if it is actually a bug, so... sleeping guards get woken up by unaware guards who are nearby, but don't show up in the initiative tracker. This map should be a easy repro. Just pay attention to the fact that 2 guards on the far side, pictured in screenshot, and double check that they're, yep, these guys, actually take a turn and appear out of nowhere in the initiative order, despite never being within the 40 meters wake up range of my team. And I'm pretty sure it's, or maybe there's a small desync between them being woken up by being close, but not getting put on initiative. That's good enough. I think that's descriptive enough. All right. So yeah, I mean, they were like kind of close to 40 meters, also close enough to that guy that like I can see it going either way. Wait for the report to go in. There we go. All right. So you rolled a 15 for next turn. You rolled a 19 for next turn, which means you're going pretty early, and there's a chance you're totally gonna run up and, you know, find Mariah and stuff. And Panther doesn't go early. I don't know what to do about that, other than letting people get angry at me. So I run out here and stun strike. What's my range on this one? Oh, I really can't get line of sight in that guy. I mean, you just see everything, and I can't get past that, so... I mean, I'm really just hoping you don't keep going this way. That doesn't seem great. I am tempted to, like, run up here and stun strike this guy to make forward progress, but yeah, this seems really suspect. How do I do this well? I don't want them all to get woken up, but I really don't like where my positioning is right now. I really don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. And if I shoot, it gets worse, right? If I shoot, it gets much, much worse. Tractor at least can fanning these guys for sure and pretty much guarantee the kill. I can actually even yield to Rhino and she can throw some buffs down. So I think because these guys are pretty much guaranteed to die, I am pretty willing to play a bit aggressively. Now let's see, what's my min roll on initiative? Around 15. Panther goes before that, which means what I could do is actually run somewhere really aggressive, like this. Stun strike you, you're going to see me, but I'm going to find some way to beat you on initiative. And I can just make a lot of progress. Now, it's going to be it's going to be tally from you and tally from you. But I actually think I like this because I have to play aggressively anyway to get everyone else bailed out. So, again, you actually didn't get fully spotted. I managed to hide behind this guy in time. But I'm going to go ahead and drop you. You're going to lose a turn. And I think it'll be fine. So, someone's going to get woken up, right? Actually, yeah. It was movement spotted. So, Kappa is being sent to intercept. Kappa is you way over there. That's not the end of the world, actually. You need to get this kill. And you also rolled really well, which I'm happy about. So it's fun that I can do these shots, but I think the blade is still better. Right there puts me in range. Well, let's go a little bit closer to make sure. Okay, that's good enough to me. There we go. 1.9 meters is fine. I'm going to go ahead and use my... I'm going to use my pulse gen to make the attacks a little bit easier. You're angry. I understand that. Great. And then this is going to look pretty good. Whew. Looks great. Crit and a shred. I'm not in range of you. That's fine. I'm going to walk into range. We'll see if I get a crit here as well. And if I do, you're just dead. Just a shred's good enough. 263. And now you are very easily clawed. Second one's going to kill here. Down you go. All right. That allows me to delay for the meantime, and this guy is not going to be a threat. I'm going to have Tractor and Rhino get a lot done. So you're standing around. Alright, Tractor is going to do a yield so that Rhino can throw down... I guess he already has Strike Zone down, so... You could be scary at some point in time. That's going to be an actual consideration, don't get me wrong. Okay, if I'm here, that's clearly two guys in the full auto cone. I can step back. You're going to, like, turn and see corpses and be angry, but that's okay. Here's Fanning. They are almost certainly going to die. Oh, yeah. I don't think I care that you're going to run up. You're going to find some corpses, and it is what it is. The entire team can get away is the important thing. We're going to hide behind these barrels and not get spotted. Also... You're the only guy who heard gunfire. This gun is actually quiet enough that these guys didn't hear it. That's lovely. That's actually great. I love that. I love that it's like a little bit quiet. I am tempted to just ambush you and kill you. This way we'll block an escalation. I think it's kind of worthwhile. Panther did burn a stun already, so it's really relying on Rhino for this. Nice because these guys aren't in gunfire shot range, so probably looks okay. But do I really want to do that when I can just run towards the exit? Like, do I care about escalations when I can just leave and not get spotted? That's just better, right? Just not getting seen is better. I'm not worried about you. I'm just going to walk all the way out here and it's fine. I'm going to choose to not be concerned. We're going to make much tally from this. Like, guards are going to be sent across this. Don't get me wrong. They are going to converge on our position. I just don't think it's going to be important enough to matter. If I'm not in look-head range, we'll figure it out. Cool. Let's drop your initiative by 2. Why not? You're at 16. I'm not too worried about it. Your normal patrol is going away. That's kind of good news. I have to stop you a little bit short so you don't trigger this tally for no reason. There's, we're not even, the farthest ahead anyway. Next turn, I will rewind. Yeah, I don't want to send another guard if I can help it. I think it'll cost me too much. So I'm going to have you just fully end your turn. And these guys can go run around. You're going to go investigate. You're going to find corpses. You're going to generate a ton of tally. Doesn't matter. Nobody else really knows much of anything. Now, they will next turn, don't get me wrong. But right now, they don't. So you're there. Tractor will eventually keep up. Lots of guards going to be moving. That's fine, though. They're going to run towards these corpses in this gunfire for the most part. Corpses, body timers was the escalation, which means more guards being sent the wrong way. We've got a interesting wrinkle here. Your time is running up. A kill squad is just deployed. They're on to me. Stay calm. Head down. Keep moving. Shut up. Hunters will come from Mariah. They have a lock in position. They will close rapidly on their target. All right, well, we'll see how well they intersect with everybody else. Let's see. How good are their guns? So we've got a urban assault. a revolver, and another urban assault. Not too worried about it, honestly. We should be okay. This guy matters. Although he's going that way. So realistically, I don't think I have anyone who's actually hunting me, like, successfully. I don't even know if you're going to be able to threaten me. So I'm tempted to throw JTAC somewhere like here. And this is likely we're going to fight from. I think, yeah, this is fine. I'm just going to wait, and we're just going to see what happens. I'm going to have Mariah run. I think behind these barrels here is going to be totally reasonable. We get one tally from that. It's not the end of the world. Your turn is done. I'm thinking Tractor is going to really want to reload her revolvers if I can help it. But she is a little in the middle of nowhere, so... I'm thinking put you here and then wait. These guys are angry, but I think I can, for the most part, bypass them and just, like, not actually get into combat. That's maybe a fool's wish. I could be very wrong about this. So, yeah, they're running towards the middle. But I think when they intersect with the hunters, they might turn alert. And so there's going to be, like, a whole squad of enemies that are going to be really annoying. I don't have smokes or anything, so I can't just, like, freely escape. You're on the way towards this, and you're done. But yeah, he was basically sent to investigate that. You're, yep, going that way, so we're fine. So yeah, no one's really in our way just yet. Again, these guys are totally going to matter, don't get me wrong. But for now, we're okay. I think I want to rewind Mariah. The reason would be give her this sprint button a little bit earlier. I believe she would actually make it next turn with sprint. So, considering you are our slowest runner, we can double check that. Your move speed is 90%. I think legit getting you through there is good. However, the other consideration is that I might want Rhino's stuff back up, and that's probably more valuable overall. So I'm going to do this instead, because I think it's actually superior. These guys can't hurt me yet. So I think letting everyone go is fine. You're going over there. Static can wait as well. Alright, here they go. That Overwatch cone, I'm pretty sure, does not matter. It indeed does not. Does Runner need to fight anybody? I think the answer to that is clearly no. I think strikes into this guy is clearly not needed. We are certainly not in your Overwatch cone. I'm not worried about it. Not all of my rolls were good. But I can still basically park my team way over here and just be like, look, if somebody actually turns around for whatever reason, I can fight you. And like right here, I have just like line of sight on everybody. I think she is totally fine standing here. I'm going to recast JTAC, and I'll be fighting from inside this area. And if somebody shows up, we can deal with it. But I think you are fine. I think Tractor is okay for now. I'm expecting to not get, honestly, readily caught here. Last Firecom can move. Great, good for you. Panther will yield. I'm going to run Static down, so she can be in the same spot with everybody else here. When people get frisky, she can fight. But for now, we're just going to kind of have you hang out somewhere like this. She couldn't have quite made it anyway. That's not a big deal. Let's see. Tractor rolled like that. Mariah rolled like that. I mean, Tractor is not really any less durable, to be honest. Or any more. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of the same durability, but that means, do I want to bother using pre-compute? Do I get anything for that? No, right? Like, there's no upside to pre-computing one of them because they're going at the same time. We'll just do what needs to be done for, like, resuscitating people later. Seems okay. A guard is missing. Of course, with all the corpse times running out, there's going to be another escalation. It is body timers again. They're sending somebody to intercept. Sure. Rhino, still hanging out, I think. Just to make sure I don't hard end my turns, and it's fine. Tractor, I think, doesn't quite make it, which is too bad, but it is what it is. Yep, you are hunting the wrong direction. Although if you had turned left, it'd be sad, but we're okay. Panther can wait right here. And again, they're just following the AI. And yeah, because they're on functionally different teams, they don't interact, so they don't get told to become alert. Mariah does not quite make it. Again, if I had rewinded her, I think she would have gotten the move point needed, but she doesn't make it. It's fine, though. We'll put you all the way back there, which is pretty well hidden. No leverage. Tractor. Okay, turns out we would have made it out. So If I had indeed rewinded Mariah, we'd be done this turn. But I didn't, so we're not. Still, though, I think we can use various tools as needed to get everybody out, and we're going to be fine. I don't think we're going to be able to get into combat at all. You're still running up. I don't care. You rolled an 18. Mariah rolled an 11, so she's going to go to 19 with pre-compute. I'm glad I saved it. Static, I think we can just have you leave. I think the entire team can evac, and we can just make sure that we pre-compute to make sure that our VIP goes early and gets out. You're advancing. Good for you. Let's go ahead and get Mariah to be first next turn. And I'm curious what happens if you leave her by herself. I've never done this before. Let's see what happens. Hey, Mariah, good luck. Could have gotten influence with kills. Ended up choosing not to. We've cleared the danger zone, but let's keep moving and get farther away. The courier has extracted. Thanks, Mariah. Referring to yourself in the third person. Very, very impersonally, if I might add. It doesn't take long for a shuttle to reach the Gleamers. I've already received confirmation that Mariah has landed. Kalani Garcia kept his word and made sure everything went smoothly. We made it happen. Now what about your connection to Fadelight? You know I'm good for it, Panther. Wouldn't pull all these strings with the risky power play and stop now. He split off the power play to add a new service. It's a big upgrade for him and you and expands his underworld influence. But still he has gained some exposure, because that's how that works. With the payload delivered, the space blades are on the next shuttle down. My shop is now open for business. New Fadelight blades are ready to browse. And he's now a near-orbit smuggler. Cool. Alright, squad levels up. That's kind of nice. 100 XP. Decent payday. Cool beans. Solid XP was gained. CK goes +1. I could go for the crit vuln here. I don't hate it. I could go for rewind power as well. I mean, I think right now I want to go for rewind power. I want to get the move speed and the cast range. These are pretty valuable in my mind. So basically like 11, 12, 13, and then on 14 we go here, and then 15 we take the cooldown. That's you being okay. Gunslinger +2. Let's go ahead and, yeah, I'm going to go this way. I've got to wait for some points, unfortunately, for getting the extra +1 move point, but this is functionally worth 2, and this is functionally worth 1, right? I spend 1 every 3 turns, or I get, 1 twice every 3 turns. And Ballistic as Pure is totally reasonable line of text here. Obviously, before, all I was getting was Ignore Recoil, but that still mattered a little bit. But now we get some really nice damage, which means I can use my pistols and decently cut through heavier targets. That's going to be fine there. Our heat is, of course, maxed for now. That'll slowly go down over time. Let's see. Okay, I guess you got finished healing, so it's still need for treatment. I think I missed when that came through, but let's have that happen. We have a captain's mission on offer, but I think I want to... What do I want here, actually? Do I want to grab this mission and try to run it right away? I'm trying to think what I need and what I'm like trying to plan for, because I don't know off the top of my head. I think getting my hacker back is useful. I don't really like having the hacker on those missions. It just makes it take a long time. I don't get that much out of it. I wouldn't mind him getting XP. So I guess we're running the same squad back, basically, right? Run a Slinger, War Machine, a Sniper, and my CK. That's probably the squad. I could drop one of them for the Scourge. I don't mind him having some stuff, but I don't have good shotguns, so I'd rather use the people who have, like, you have a really good revolver, you have an okay railgun. That's a little bit loud, and so I might need to give you a pistol or something, and figure that all out, or a bat again, right? Might have to give her a bat, to be honest, so she can be quiet. But I guess that means I'm running this mission next. Oh, right. Oh, wait, no, it's against the D cartel. Yeah, so that should be fine. I guess, yeah, next step is running this mission, so let's go ahead and start the convo. I have to play nice with the Megacorps, but there are no rules with the D cartel. I need to execute 3 enemy captains. The entire deployment of Warner-Braun citizens are being very careful. We're walking on nails to avoid any infractions against the treaty. The fines are hefty, and if we're caught really across the line, it could be more than a slap on the wrist. Trust me when I say Warner-Braun justice would be terrible for whoever made such a mistake. So you're looking to less legally protected enemies. Your entire city seems to have shown up to be our enemy, so there are plenty of targets. Today, it's D-Cartel. Diggertail will fight to protect their own, but no one else is going to step in to protect them. You need to send a message and set an example with them. We've picked a few highly visible champs among their crews, some squad members or leaders who will leave a hull after you've eliminated them. He's offered a kill 3 captain's job. We paid per target we are able to eliminate before retreating. The catacomb trick is ready to be planned. All right, nice, fun map here. There is worthwhile hacking. The reason is actually because the doors here, I forget if you're guaranteed to be able to open them. On one side or the other, there's usually a red key in a lockbox somewhere. And you can also open the doors with hacking. So I'm actually pretty tempted to try to run this with my primary hacker after all. Obviously get a lot of money for killing. Second level 11 is not horrible. I don't care about red cubes little at all, but it's going to be decent money. Hopefully useful lockboxes. Hacked gold key, also nice. Tim owes us infinite favors, so that's really good. This map usually has 2 matrix hosts, so I will actually buy that after all. And I think I'm going to drop... I either want to drop Rhino or Tractor. We're trying to run War Machine all the time because it's cool. Rhino is very useful because, well, I really care about the fact that I'm blanking on the words here. I like the combat buffs. So I'm probably going to drop Tractor, and I'm going to actually switch her out for the sniper rifle set. I'm going to take off this mod, and then I'm going to have you unequip... No, wait, who's holding it? Who's holding the sniper rifle? You are. Right. I'm going to give this over to you. You're going to grab this. You're going to put on the body mod. It's only quiet at 30, but it's still better than the... I'm still going to give you a bat, by the way. I'm going to give you this. Yeah, I'm going to give you this. A little bit of damage and a little bit of accuracy seems okay. Actually, you know what? No, I take it back. Let's give you the railgun after all. Take this back off, switch back to the railgun, because using a bat for everything, it doesn't really matter. And then, because you're going to be attacking a lot more, you're going to be like this. You're also going to have this sniper rifle. You're still got a bat, which I think is correct. I think like my entire team is wearing melee now. Which, yeah, is kind of what I want. You're on park, unless I want to give a pistol to somebody. I'm kind of liking the bats, though. I don't care about that. Wow, yeah, so... The Vorpal Edge seems fine to set up for the claws. You've got a bat. You've got that, and then, yeah, when you eventually go, you're going to use this bat as well, and that seems fine. I'm going to drop this and give it to her. Might as well. Not that the ammo's going to really matter there, but it's still kind of free real estate. All right, that'll be the team for the next mission. I need to wait till she's recovered, and I might have griefed. And no, she's going to be back in time. It's going to be no problem. All right, you're going to leave the trainer. It's okay. I'm going to need to bump legwork here. I'm going to probably play a little bit of time down because look at that. We have legwork on offer. I'm going to still run time down as much as I can. Token in 8 days means I can get it down to a little bit sooner. More persuasion and handling seems really nice. Could have gone for loyalty. Hype for you means stress res and XP gain. That seems fine. Infiltrator break for you. Ooh, nice. We get another power play. Cool. The Riksham Drip Service. Xeric will need your help to complete a daring mission. Seems good to me. You're on the way. Okay. There, you're the last turn. I get next token in 6 days, 6 hours is good enough for me. We can now go ahead and start another legwork here. I'm gonna actually... I might need... Hold on. Okay, let's start the convo. You weigh your marks on a legwork. Collect from some debtors who are trying to stiff me. Need to remember if I've hatched them up or put chrome in them, they owe me money. This isn't a UNA clinic for gray cards or something. We can put the fear back into them. Sending Tractor seems fine. Tractor is busy with other stuff. I can send Bubbles instead. He's going to get slightly more XP because he just % gains more XP. Favors and Influence is really good because I want this guy to get better at his various services, but Tractor is the most highest chance of succeeding, so it's going to be you. Probably going to enjoy this too much. Still want them as customers, of course. All right, well, let's spend our U-Hub tokens to boost the legwork chance and hope it goes well. At some point, I 1.5 million is going to be way too much here, but 80% on that is nice. I guess we can keep... Oh, let's actually use this token before I forget. Let's drop that down. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for as much as I did, but it is what it is. Let's keep playing time forward until this is about due. Oscar was clever. They purposely left false trails and faked mistakes to draw me out. So they anticipated us trying to backtrace them. Absolutely, they were hoping to trick us into further exposing our position to the Henner. You're trying to tell them you didn't fall for it. They were too clever. Once I found the first false trail, I saw the pattern, saw their fingerprints all over the sites. If you know where and how to look, it's hard to do anything without leaving an echo in the quantum age. What'd you get? I backtraced the bounty to a darknet host run by a wire ghost. My bet is the wire ghost is an undercover Bravestar agent. The real payday would be on the host in UD transaction ledgers. You scored the host address. Let's line up a hack to make this happen. We'll be on a tight clock. Likely as soon as the wire ghost knows the host has been compromised, they'll be trying to terminate it completely to cover their tracks. Well, he's uncovered a vulnerable host address which we can use to hack, or which we can hack rather, to gain concrete information about the Bravestar digital fingerprinting tech site. Bounty counterhack, made to be planned at Command HQ. We've got a few days for that one, which is nice. We've got a power up mission here as well, which will be nice. Ultimately, I need to get you back from being wounded. Need cold storage to start getting upgraded to try to get my file sets up to 5. That'll be great when I can. We have headers on the prowl as well, which will be fun. Great, you are back. And I still really only care about bumping cold storage and bumping my barracks to get a large and merry group, because why not? We can run bounty counter hack later. Anyone can run it. It'll be fine. Catacomb trick is going to be, you know, the normal squad of these 4. You're stressed. It is what it is. But you're still set up quite well. I like what I'm wearing here. This is going to be fine overall. And let's see, what else is there to really bring up? Except probably next episode will be bounty counter hack first, and then catacomb trick. Just in case my hacker gets injured, she can run this mission no problem. Simstream trainer. I could delay even more time, by the way, right? And let people sit in the trainer for a bit longer. I'll figure it out at some other point in time. You'll see me next episode with bounty counter hack and the catacomb trick, and then figuring out the rest later. So thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.